Well, first and foremost, I am absolutely delighted to be here. I don't want to leave because it's a new way of learning. But I must first say, I want to really commend and congratulate His Majesty, the King, Mohammed VI, for the vision that he has, actually for learning, for opening up the space, not only for Moroccans, but for Africans to learn, to be immersed in a new environment for learning. I have visited so many universities in the United States, in Europe, everywhere else. But this is the first university that I would see where you actually have a different way of learning. World-class infrastructure, world-class faculty, the ability to learn in an open platform. It's quite impressive. Some of the things that I notice here is innovativeness, creativity, the ability to release the power of the mind. I saw something called, we went to a lab in which they were actually looking at phenotypic characteristics of plants. They call it phenomobile. It was, for me, for somebody coming from agriculture, mind-boggling. Because it means that you can actually simulate in one single environment all the stress factors that a plant has. You can reduce the length of time, they said, for breeding a particular crop with a particular phenotypic characteristic from 4 years to 1 year. I just go right here into a lab they call 1337. I was amazed how they got students, never gone to school, they didn't have training in computer sciences, had absolutely no knowledge of coding, in a peer learning environment. An instructor was telling me that in this environment is really how they all grow together and how they teach each other. I was amazed. In fact, if you look on the right side here where I am, some of their students have escaped to go get jobs elsewhere and create jobs for themselves. It's actually absolutely amazing. I was at the Digital Learning Lab. During COVID-19, this particular lab was able to provide learning, digitalized learning all across this country. They've connected so many universities. They are accredited in partnership with some of the biggest universities in the world. I'm impressed not only by the quality of the work, but by the generosity of the King, and also of my dear friend, Mr. Tarab, and all his exceptional staff at the OCP. This is all OCP, in fact. I wish every company in Africa can do what OCP has done here. 60% of all the students here are free. They have a way in which they graduated that your inability to afford is not going to be a constraint for learning. So when I think of quality, when I think of innovative space, when I think of partnership, when I think of working on problems that are unique to Africa from a world-class center, this is clearly the best university that I have seen. And therefore, I am absolutely impressed. And I certainly wish the university all the very, very best. But it gives me confidence as president of the African Development Bank that the future that we were talking about is actually being created right here in the front of us with a world-class institution and open learning platform like this. Congratulations.